Got it.
Hey observer. Hey swoo. Hey fish. Hey very. Hey reckless. The sponsor shop ends tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Sleep well very.
So, I know you had a few things planned on talking about, one of which long topic. So,
Warhammer topic.
indeed. I suppose the first question for that would be, are we talking Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer 40k?
40k.
40k. All right.
Specifically. Hot take. You can't play as the Xenos enough.
While some might consider that heresy, I do kind of agree to an extent, because pretty much all of the 40k games outside of, the tabletop, it really is just which Xenos are we killing in this particular game. Like, that's pretty much all of them.
Or the very early on games.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't give you very many opportunities.
The TOE have one game that they are the main playable species. And it's bootleg Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get very many opportunities to actually
I'm talking about the most obscure
play
Warhammer
as
game.
everything.
From 2005.
There's been a lot of kind of Warhammer games that have just kind of flown under the radar because they're just there's just no advertising for them, or they just didn't do well. I can kind of understand to a certain extent why we don't get too many games that are Xeno-focused, though. Just because of the setting and, how some Xeno factions specifically would be kind of hard to work with.
There are maybe 6 games in total across all of Warhammer where they are playable. That being said, one of them, Dawn of War 3, has a playable TOE leader. That's $9 for the arcade mode.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot. Even, what is it?
TOE are not asterisk in Dawn of War 3. The Orcs and Eldar are. Necrons aren't. I don't think they are.
I'm not really sure. What is this?
But that aside, do they ever not get bored of human-only stuff more than?
Honestly, on one hand, I feel like a decent amount of the Warhammer community does want to see more Xeno-based stuff, stuff with the Necrons or the Tau or the, Eldar, etc. But on the other hand, it's also the Warhammer community and humanity supremacy, I guess, is it like if you're playing Warhammer, like for the Emperor is just kind of the motto by default. Like everybody knows that humanity is just for the Emperor, and that's just how things are. So it's like even what is it? Space Marines 2 is coming out later this year, and that's Space Marines 1, but instead of orcs, you're killing Tyranids. So
I mean, yeah. That's neat. But like, there's other stuff they can do. Do a Tyranid game. Do a Necrom game.
I would love to see a Necron game, because the Necrons are actually like really, really interesting. Tyranids, I think, would be harder to do like an interesting story on, just because really all Tyranids do is just they find a planet, they eat it, and then they go to another planet. Like, there's not a lot of interesting narrative there. But Necrons, like between the tombs, the tomb lords, the different
Then do
like
a Gene Stealer cult.
empires of like the Necrons and stuff, like there's a lot.
Tails red. Tails.
I'm just gonna say Tails, because if I was to flip a coin, it would just automatically land on Tails anyway, despite me. So
Bruh. What was that for red?
hey, Zuba.
Hate Suba.
But yeah, I
Thank you
would
for
love
the
to see
29th month
I
in
would
a
love
row
to see a
subbed.
Necron game.
What does that mean, red? Bruh.
Actually, I suppose a Necron game, it would have to depend on which like tomb lord they like focused on. Because if they just focused on one of the more murder all fleshies Necrons, it wouldn't be as interesting. But if they focused on somebody like, say, like Trazen
I
the
mean,
Infinite
they
or
kinda
something
in
like
a
that,
way
like it could
story-wise
actually be
worked
pretty
themselves
neat.
into a corner. Almost every faction has doomsday weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, basically everybody has some kind of exterminatus delete button. The Necrons are just that, but hyped to 11, because even their basic rifles are like just miniature exterminatus guns.
Necroms can take out their whole system.
Yeah. There's a reason,
They
like,
have a
every
system
faction,
killer.
anytime a Necron, like, Tomb World is waking up, have, like, a panic attack.
But like most of the time Necrons are like, ha fleshy things.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
just stay on their world. Until the Eldar try to kill them.
Yeah, like, most of the time, at least with the Necrons, it seems like they're just like, they wake up and go, all right, cool, my planet. It's got weird fleshy things on it. I don't like that. Let's fix that. And then they take the planet back and then go, okay, I'm just gonna stay here now. And like unironically,
I mean, sometimes they don't even
yeah,
take the
sometimes they
planet
don't.
back. They just chill.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the Tomb Lord specifically, but there was one that like basically every time he was about to get into a fight with like a non-Necron faction, he would be like, "Hey, like take this deal. We just leave each other alone. We do the whole peace thing and we're cool. Fine." And every single time, like every other faction would be like, "No, you're Necrons, we fight." And then he would annihilate them. Like there's a surprising number of the Necron like Tomb Lords and stuff that are actually just kind of really chill.
Necrons are like a beehive. If you just leave them alone, all will be good.
Yeah, kind of. And like if we're being entirely honest, if the rest of the 40k universe wants to survive the Tyrannid swarm, like they're gonna need the Necrons' help. Like, let's be real.
They are going to have to use the Necrons. Also, aren't some of the Hive fleets fighting?
That I'm not sure on. I don't keep up on the Necron War super, or like not the Necron, but the Tyrannid stuff like super well compared to some of the other things. I do like the Tyrannid boys, but they I'm not sure what's going on with them right now, as of like current edition anyway.
I do know the two are doing good against all things but chaos.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much everybody though. Like everybody does okay against the chaos or bad against them. Like there's not really much of an in between. Speaking of chaos, though, there is one chaos faction I am curious to see if they do anything with in the
But they
modern
two are
setting.
like children fumbling around, and they're like friends. Please. The two are like playing Rusta.
They kind of are, yeah. They really kind of
They
are.
want to be friends with everyone, but get bullied by everyone.
Yeah, yeah. That is kind of the Tau. They're just the get bullied faction. But yeah, I am curious to see if they do anything with the Sons of Malice in 10th edition. So yeah. 10th edition. 10th edition. They did
Squats.
update stuff for the leaks of Votan. So the funny space dwarves have like more stuff now for 10th edition.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Blue
I
skies.
I do have to wonder if
The
they'll do
ones who
anything
still
with
use I. Here's a fun fact for you. The Imperium of Man actually uses some Xenos as bounty hunters.
Yeah, surprisingly, but like Imperium Man is weird with Xenos. Like some of them, it's just kill it on sight, and other times they'll like tolerate their existence as long as they're useful.
Mostly Inquisitors and rogue traders do occasionally hire Xeno mercenaries. So long-term partnerships with Kroot are not unheard of, and Emperor forbid, sometimes even greenskin pirates, although that is a fragile alliance at best.
Yeah, I think the only time I could ever see like a long-term, quote unquote, like alliance between orcs and the Imperium would be to kill Angron. Like
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
the only time I could see that happening, and even then it would be just until Angron is dead. Because let's be real, Angron killed
I mean,
the
humanity
orcs'
is letting the orcs
favorite
and the Tyranids
guy
fight
to
it
fight.
out.
So like they've
Which
got a
isn't good.
grudge now. Yeah, letting the orcs and the Tyranids just kind of duke it out isn't necessarily the best strategy. Because like the biggest fear
I
is that
know
they
the orcs
somehow
reproduce via spores.
like that the Tyranids somehow adapt the orcs' ability to like recreate themselves, and then we have
But they
a whole
also
new
get
like
more
level
powerful
of
from
terror.
combat twins.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea of Tyranids on death that could just boop and explode and create like 30 more Tyranids is horrifying.
But that being said, the Tyranids are gaining mass amounts of biomass.
Yeah, like it's this strange kind of like never-ending stalemate where the orcs get more and more excited because the Tyranids are actually a good fight, so they keep fighting harder, and the Tyranids just keep making more of themselves because they keep getting more bodies.
I mean,
I know I think it's Trazen that has...
isn't the warg right now the biggest warg ever? And it's laughed against the Tyranids.
I think so.
Launched
I think it
Asterisk.
might be. Yeah, I think that might be, at least in the current edition. I think that might be what's happening. Yeah, but yes, as for the Krork thing, like I'm pretty sure it's Trazen in his funny museum has a couple Krorks in there. Yeah, and those things make like Space Marines look like a joke.
From my understanding, this is the biggest warg in Warband in the orcs' history.
Yeah, that seems about right. . I do love the orcs, like as a concept. They are funny lads.
So, here are the combatants of the war. Orc Empire of Octarius Wa, Gazgul. Imprium, Eldra, Korn, Tyranids.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a decent chunk of people like in that particular thing right now. I do know for a fact that if for any reason Angron shows up anywhere within like reasonable range of Grazgul, Gazgul, he's going after him.
Lol.
And if I'm being honest, after killing the best commissar boy, like I hope Gazgul wins, even if it's only a temporary win. I hope he kicks Angron into the dirt.
Like the time a orc ship went back in time and the ship captain killed his past self to get his second shooty.
Yeah. I love orc logic. It's so wacky. It would be terrifying to think of what the orcs were, like, the Krorks would be capable of if they had the orcs, like, reality warping abilities.
Probably just win.
Probably, yeah.
Because they are smart. So they would know that if they all got together they could just will something into existence.
And I mean, the funny thing, if you really think about it, is the orcs aren't the only ones capable of this at the end of the day. Like, the orcs, like, it seems to be easier for them to do that kind of thing. But, like, technically any of the races in 40k can do it. Because there are instances of, like, people just believing something hard
reading
enough
something
in, like,
where
some of the other, like,
people,
factions, and it just
Warhammer
happening.
fans, think that orcs are keeping the Emperor alive via believe he is.
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they are a big contributing factor because they believe the Emperor is too strong to die. So, definitely a
I
possibility.
still wonder if they will ever bring him back. Like
I
they
don't
have
know.
hinted at it.
Like, it's hard to say.
With the Ultra Mega Marines. Or whatever they are called.
Oh, the Primarchs and stuff.
The Pure Genome Marines on Mars.
Oh, those guys. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say with the Emperor if they ever if they're ever going to bring him back as an active thing. If they did from it's really hard to say how they would properly implement it in lore.
They could bring him back. But I could totally see a second split of the Imperium over it. Oh, he's not real.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways that could go, from a storytelling standpoint, that they could do something like that. If they were to try and re-implement them. It'd be difficult to properly implement them into the story at this point, I think, without it being some kind of busted scenario. But it'd still be possible, I think, if it's done well. On the tabletop side of things, on the other hand, though, I have no idea how they would attempt to balance that.
Lol. I mean... he'd be worth 2 mil points. Lol. Tell me to multitask more. How about that? Make me...
Do I need to get the billboard?
You know what? I'm feeling extra cute. Do it. You won't. Baka.
Ah, I see we're going the attempted reverse psychology route today. I see. Alright, well, time to commission Milia. I've gotta...
Lol. It's your fault. Dalto. It's your fault.
Innocence is a heavy word. It's a heavy word at the moment, my boy. It's,
False. You're lying, Dalto. You taught me tabletop. Welcome.
Hey, Wobble. Yeah, I can firmly blame my deeper
If you aren't
understanding of
following
Necrons
yet, drop a like.
on Doltho. So
I meant drop a follow. Sorry. YouTube brain going.
I mean, that's just a burp brain 24/7. So that doesn't change anything.
Yup. Lol. My Wi-Fi is dying. Thank you, Mother Nature.
Mother Nature do be like that.
Yes. Oh boy. Too bad I'm using Infor of call with Hattie. Not Hattie. Observer.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm secretly been Hattie this entire time.
Bruh.
I didn't want to break the news to you.
Stop. I mean,
Now, see, what it really is the fact that Vess is
I've
thinking
been
about
trying
Hattie
to
right
get
now
him
just
on the
proves that she's
podcast.
plotting vengeance. And, it'd be fun. That'd be an interesting time. While we're on this slight deviation, oh no, the vengeance for you has already been plotted, don't worry.
I've been unsuccessful with getting other vtubers on the podcast. Time zones suck. I hate them. I want to cry.
Yeah, time zones are the worst.
Alright, chat. We are doing the Twitter.
I mean, Doltho, you say that, but I have thought about it.
10 minutes of follower only.
Or no.
Your free talking here without being followed has come to an end. The injustice.
The injustice.
The inhumanity.
I mean, okay. So the Warhammer talk, Vess has officially gone full Inquisition. So, be prepared.
Half-priced bread. And you didn't buy any? Automatic timeout.
Oh, poor Doltho.
Be quenched. Your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they? You freaking bricks.
So,
When will you learn?
does anybody want some interesting news? I didn't realize this at the time because I was busy on the 4th doing other shenanigans.
Red.
But
Bruh. Come on.
Yeah, the lovely, wondrous Goblin Slayer Season 2, the official trailer, came out on the 4th. So, good times later this year.
Oh boy. Bet it's not safe for stream.
You know, I don't think it's I don't
Just
think
like
it's
the
that
new
bad
trailer
overall.
with
Like,
the
it
druid
is-
bear.
I mean, it doesn't really show anything aside from the destruction of goblins, so. Yeah, I wish I could say I had no idea what you were talking about with the druid bear.
You know
but
the druid bear was going to brought up.
yeah.
I was obvious. Then I found out. And fell out of my chair. Why?
Yeah. I had zero context for this, mind you, until literally like half an hour ago while I
Can
was just
you
browsing
romance a druid and
YouTube
they
to
stay
kill
in bear
time,
form during adult time?
and saw that, and why? Just why?
Nope. You didn't. Welcome to the Tundra Talks,
Yeah.
where I can't talk. But my rampant ideals can.
Yeah, yeah, I would have been fine not knowing about the Druid Bear.
One of these days I'm
but
going to
fate
gift
decreed
one of my
otherwise
mods a
today.
game and make them play with me.
And I guess if I hadn't learned about it a little while ago, I would have learned about it now. So. That could be a good time. So yeah.
I'll have you know. This week. I play Dawn of War Soulstorm.
That could be interesting. Now, Reckless, see, you say that. You say do it, but I think you're forgetting who else is here, and I can and will just yeet things at the entire mod staff for Vess.
Bruh.
Just so that she can more easily torture you. Oh, you have no idea what you have unleashed, my
I
poor
got
boy.
a game in mind.
Which game we thinking?
Illuminator Observer.
Got it. All right. All right, the plans and the plots are in motion. We are a go. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know if I have you in my Steam friends list, Reckless. I'll have to add you if I don't.
Force all my mods to play New World.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry, Red. I think you failed to read the fine print. You're not allowed to resign until the Tundra Empire encompasses the entire world. So,
I'm joking. I don't even want to play that game. I mean, that could be funny.
yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah.
Or I could get us all on a game like Craft where we have to work together.
Yeah, I think I've only ever played Among Us like 3 times. Raft is a lot of fun, surprisingly.
Have it like trying to wrangle kittens into one cohesive idea.
I mean, Among Us is just, if you're good at bluffing, you'll probably do fine. Raft is much more controlled chaos.
Wait. DID Baldur's Gate 3 get a full release.
Wait, did it? I thought that wasn't supposed to be until later this year.
Nah, it didn't. They just added the city.
Oh, they just added the city stuff. Okay.
Which I'm excited and nervous for the game.
Yeah.
Because there is so much content pre-city. That I'm worried that everything after the city
there's
will
a
be
lot.
like couple hour zones.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, like, the city and everything after it is, like,
I
decently
think like
fleshed out. But
pre-city is like 30 hours, right?
something like that, I think.
I haven't touched the game in a while, lol.
Yeah, the only
Right.
thing I really know about Baldur's Gate 3 specifically is
You're destroying my meme.
just the like the basics. Burb operates on a
Boy.
different concept of time. The Tundra is in a pocket dimension.
I set it to auto-disable.
I operate on 0 time, so...
Looks like you were the automatic timer. Oh. Whoopsie. Anywho.
Truly a classic burb moment.
Got any games on your phone?
Who is this question directed at, Vess? I have a landline. That's it.
You observer. You better be playing the sponsorship game on the landline. Call in your movements.
Yeah, let me just call up you know, Star Trek, you know, like command real quick on my landline. And then use Morse code tapping through the phone. You know, one of these days, I'll, like, if like phone service, like cell service, actually works on this mountain at some point in the far-flung future when we have flying cars. Once that finally happens, I'll have a cell phone, and then it'll be the seventh sign of the apocalypse.
We aren't getting flying cars. We are getting cars that drive under the ground.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me at this point. Yeah, Freckles, like you kind of get it. You're like, flat out for the mountain where I'm at, they have, like, basically every cell service provider out there has basically just flat out told me, yeah, unless we put a cell
Metal
tower on your
harpies.
mountain, it's not happening.
I gotta run to the little burb's room really quick.
Cyber harpies. Now the real question, chat, while she's gone, is if Stygian birds from Greek mythology had metal wings and feathers and stuff, does that just make them like... Does that just make cyber harpies like neopunk Stygian birds? Okay, we've got one huh and one yes. We'll see what the rest of chat has to say. I mean, truth be told, I hadn't thought about it before either, until the word cyborg harpies was brought up. So but yeah, no, yeah, you're welcome, chat. Now that information is just there. That thought experiment exists now.
I stopped by Talon. Oh. My.
You're not supposed to be hurting yourself like that.
I did it when I stood up.
Well, I don't think we came to a definite conclusion. I do believe that we have moderately determined that there is a connection between Stygian birds being and cyborg harpies, where cyborg harpies are just neo-punk Stygian birds. So we'll let you mull that one over now.
I could see it.
It's also like this mild, like, random thought that was caused by Reckless saying cyborg harpies earlier. It has also given me the mental image of just like a really shiny, like, Ves. Like, very shiny you.
Bruh. Chrome skin. Get enough headpats and the chrome skin unlocks.
Oh yeah.
Getting skins like I'm playing COD. Also. The Daki may be in works.
Oh. Based. The funny large pillow may in fact be coming into existence.
Maybe.
Alright, everyone. I'm calling for a mandatory head pat spam. You know what to do.
The spam. The spam. These aren't headpats.
No, bonk is just a tsundere head pat. The throwing things, I don't know what's going on there. I think chat might be trained wrong. They don't know exactly what a head pat is, so they default to their first instinct and they just throw things.
Is now following.
I'm crying. Why you do this?
I mean, chat really only understands
Because
two
who is-
things, and that's loot and violence. And
Sorry. I can't hear you. I was losing more of my hearing. Reckless. That's loud, you know.
yeah, the crab rave seemed loud.
Baka.
All right, that's enough. That's enough mandatory head pat time since chat seems to misinterpret that as bully. Need to send them back to corrective training.
Lol.
Okay, guys, we have to be careful. Someone here is possessed by an owl. Who? That's the thing, we don't...
Who? Who? You don't bully me with peas. Pats. Ha. You almost got me to say that I enjoy head pats. Nice try, Bacchus.
Well, you've heard it here. You've heard it here first, folks. Vest doesn't enjoy head pats, so we're not allowed to do that anymore.
I did not. Bacca.
Yep. I give it till next stream before head pats are requested again.
Can't have. Crap. Chat always taking my stuff. Man, come on.
I mean, Fish, let's be real. Aside from the, like, quarter-mile high loot pile in the center of the Tundra, there's not really much else there.
You think it's only a quarter mile high? Lol.
Well, it's only a quarter-mile high. Nothing saying how wide it is, because, you know, much like a pile of sand, it starts dispersing. It gets wider more than it gets tall.
I've had a lot of dumb ideas for YouTube videos. Would anyone watch if I recorded a RimWorld challenge run?
RimWorld challenge run could be interesting.
Oh yeah, it could be. I got tons of stupid, baffling burp brain ideas.
Don't worry, I promise I won't deliver 5 mortars and 100 incendiary shells.
RimWorld does do good. Nah. I'd record it separate from stream. You're all little gremlins.
You imply that wouldn't stop me. Nothing stops the mortars.
You literally want me to be murder hobos.
No. The mortars are for home defense, as the founding fathers intended.
Kill them all, do it. Do it now. Alright, fine. We'll do a vote right here and now for the challenge run.
Oh boy. It begins. And thus the great poll began.
Actually, vote. Please.
And so far, Geneticists is in the lead with a staggering 3-0. We'll see if the other side can pull it back. Side note, if it motivates you, there are exactly 10 people at the moment, so that means you could get a perfectly balanced vote.
Observer. I will mute you.
Remember to vote now. You can make a difference. Oh, we've gone to 4-0. Geneticist still in the lead.
I mean, there are non-lethal weapons I can make in RimWorld.
Ah, yes, non-lethal.
Use a taser gun and pierce someone's heart with it on accident because RimWorld is funny. Or have a pawn with a stun baton and 20 melee and knock someone's block off. Or hey, maybe they kick sand in the attacker's eyes and then proceed to Mortal Kombat crush their heart. Because RimWorld is
RimWorld do
wacky.
be wacky like that.
Hey Tiff.
Hey, Div.
Oh boy.
A lot of stuff. Last few seconds of the poll. Will anyone vote for pacifism, or is this chat entirely full of bloodthirsty murder hobos? More in approximately 1 minute.
Someone added the Nephilim species to RimWorld.
A massive update, folks. We do, in fact, have a pacifist in this chat. Somebody find him, get him.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Everyone who voted.
In a surprising turn of events, we actually had 2 pacifist voters. We're about to find out what geneticists got everyone.
Be prepared to respond to some stuff in game chat in my server.
Yes.
So I can set up rules for the challenges.
Time to find out exactly what horrors we've enacted upon ourselves. And subsequently Vess.
Probably many. I know that you can take genetics from 2 creatures and mix them. Which?
Oh, so that's how you
Is
end up with
like a
stuff
really
like the chicken
fun
bear.
way to make a giant guard animal. Oh boy. That's not all. You can mix the giant spider, the feralisks, and thrombos. You can mix them all together.
Oh,
It's great. It's going to be a nightmare.
I give that Rimworld colony like 2 sessions before they've undoubtedly accidentally created a nightmare that they can't control and it destroys everyone.
Probably.
Good times.
By
Take care,
swoop.
Swoop. challenge shall happen. It shall be interesting.
Oh, it will be.
Horrors beyond comprehension shall be unleashed by the burb and her minions.
I know I'm going to need colonists who are good at intellectual and construction and animals. I don't know if the pets are auto-tamed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. With the way RimWorld is, I would have to assume probably not.
I mean, you made them. So they might be auto-tamed.
I feel like that's being generous with RimWorld's kindness, of which it has none.
Well, it's modded. So,
Okay, yeah, that might make a difference then.
I don't really do much with our genetic stuff normally.
Well, time for a crash course in genetics.
Yup. I figured out that when it comes to natural colonist reproduction, you can actually have colonists with too strong of genes for them to be able to reproduce. vtuber. Sleep well.
Hey, take care, Super. Yeah, RimWorld is kind of wacky with some of the stuff that it does. Or at the very least, how certain things work.
It also depends on the storyteller.
Yeah, that too.
You can play on Randy, which can be wacky and wild, or Sleep. Which he will just not do anything for like 5 to 15 days lol. Then hit you with like gut bug,
Yeah.
double raid and alpha beavers.
Sleep is the preparing for a horde, like, variation of storytelling. Where you just,
Yeah.
when things aren't happening, you're just expecting something horrible.
I don't fully understand the whole like raid system.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how a lot of RimWorld systems work.
There's still some parts that don't make sense. I know how much wealth you have in colony affects it. But colonist numbers. And their combat skills can also affect it. And some storytellers get more aggressive based on if you have too many pawns.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was
Which is
a
also
thing for,
kinda
like,
not
gear
openly
level
talked
as
about or is
well.
confusing. Well, gear level is equals wealth.
Oh, is that included in wealth? Okay.
So like, you have 3k body armor. They don't care if it's the best in the game or wooden. It's just 3k. I assume it's an easier way to manage how that works with the
Yeah,
AI.
I'd imagine that does make it easier for the AI to manage it. It's less, like, separate resources that it has to keep track of.
Because if you're lucky/unlucky you can get a gun in RimWorld as a tribe by like day 10.
Yeah.
If you get a raid from an industrial faction to raid you.
Maybe the amount of land, like, you control also factors in, unless that's included in something else.
Wealth.
That is also in wealth. Okay.
Everything on the map is added to your wealth pool.
Added to the wealth pool. Okay.
So if a gold or silver meteorite lands, it gets added. So when chat spams me with like a million doormats, cough red. It boosts how many colonists can show up in a raid.
And this is why I always deliver 1 mortar per colonist and
Also-
50 incendiary rounds, so that you have ample defenses.
I dislike. How much? So wealth is wonky. Because colonists are worth wealth too.
Yeah, I do like based on how the wealth system seems to work, like it does seem weird that colonists would be included in that. I feel like
So
that should be a
sometimes
separate
raids
thing.
can come with pawns who come with no weapon. They are incapable of violence. They have no weapon. They come to a fight with their fists. Because their friend got full power armor. Because scarling can be wonky. Scaling.
Yeah, the scaling does seem a little
It's supposed
weird.
to spread equally so that like... If an Industriali faction shows up, you get maybe 2 to 3 colonists with revolvers or bolt action rifles, maybe some knives. Not one coming with power armor and a charge rifle, which is Spacer Tech, and his friends showing up with shivs.
I mean, it's spread equally. They could have, they could have all taken a piece of power armor and somebody takes the rifle, but instead they were like, hey, let's just make one guy an unstoppable death machine, and the rest of us will just be meat shields.
Yeah, let's make one guy a tank.
But yeah, no, like the spreading the like stuff around like equally thing, like it does seem to be a little wonky and not quite working correctly, like most of the time.
Because how it should work in mods could be affected.
Oh yeah, I'm sure mods probably do have something to do
Is
with that.
like everyone is on like equal gear terms. It works with the medieval factions, why not the industrialized one lol?
For the industrialized ones, it might just be that the gear is so wildly varying in like power scaling that trying to distribute it evenly might be like causing an issue compared to the medieval stuff, but it's hard to say.
Have Vikings show up with bearded axes and round shields and chainmail and steel helms, and then the industrialized guys show up. One's got a shiv, one's got a knife, one's got power armor, and one's got medicine. This isn't a walking into the bar jokes.
I mean, all I can really say to that is just the Vikings are more organized than the industrial era.
Probably. Lol.
Every industrial era raid is just a poorly thought out D&D party.
Guy running after the tank with the medicine. Stop getting shot, I can't heal you. Bootleg Space Marine wannabes. Speaking of, I added the War Casket mod to RimWorld, which lets make war caskets.
Are you telling me we can weaponize coffins now?
Well, kinda. It can't be someone injured. But I can totally seal someone in Delphless armor.
I mean, that's the same thing as a weaponized coffin.
Feed them a steady supply of nutrient paste, implants and copious amounts of combat-boosting stimulants. And have them scream for the Emperor. And then have them break a chair they try to sit in.
And just like that, we've managed to perfectly bring everything back around to the
Yup.
start,
Lol.
just like a NASCAR race. We've gone full circle.
Speaking of full circle, thank you all for making it to stream.
Was a good time as always.
I will see you all tomorrow night with something. I don't know, I'll post the schedule tomorrow. Good night everyone. Have a great day/night. Bye bye everyone.